It's the betrayal. It's the series of betrayals, right? Like you would think after 5 years I would have my thoughts completely wrapped around January 6th. And I don't. I don't. Um, but the thing that keeps coming into mind is the betrayal, like the series of betrayals. The watching, a president who swore to defend the Constitution, uphold the rule of law, completely shit on that in the biggest way he could, um, to stay in power and to keep himself from going on trial. The betrayal to his followers of the election is rigged, even though every court, including the Supreme Court in the land, said no, it wasn't. And him continuing to lie and betray them to take their money, to take their fucking money. That betrayal, and say it with a straight face like he does with every lie. The betrayal of the people that worked for him, the betrayal of his vice president, and him throwing him to the winds and not giving a shit if he lives or dies, of the guy who worked for him and supported him. The betrayal of that guy who, thank God, did his job on that day. We betrayed him. The betrayal of the United States Senate and Congress and the people who did not vote to impeach him for that. The betrayal to the American people, us who elected them and pay for them to be there, pay their salary, betrayed us and elected not to do anything about it. Mitch McConnell and that crew betrayed us. The media who betrayed us and started to, sweep it under the rug and not put as much attention on it as we were getting closer to 24, and betrayed us in the fact that they wouldn't cover the fucking guy. Like, as he's talking about Hannibal Lecter and, sharks and lasers and all this shit, they wouldn't cover him, and they betrayed us because they wanted the sound bites that would come from him being in office and the potential benefit they would get from him being in office. And instead they got threats and they bent over. They betrayed us. Like the people now, the congressmen and the senators, who Jack Smith testifying that he had, beyond shadow of a doubt, proof that there would be convictions and that he did what we all knew he did, right? And that's after the betrayal of Merrick Garland, who didn't bring the goddamn case to court, and there still hasn't been a fucking reason of why. Like, who is not asking that guy every day, why didn't you bring it to court? Jack Smith is out here saying we had all of this proof and you didn't bring it to court. The betrayal there of the American people because somebody told him not to. And they wanted the tax cuts, or they wanted the pro-business president to be back in, who was going to, do whatever they told him and be manipulated as long as he got his share of the pie. Like, that fucking betrayal. Like, it's betrayal. January 6th is about a series of betrayals. And you can even go before January 6th, with the betrayal of the Republican Party and some establishment Democrats who betrayed what this situation between them and us is supposed to be. They're supposed to be our representatives. And all of the voting, Citizens United, everything else that just voted to prop up companies and to support the elite, greedy, wealthy, rich. That betrayal, right? This fucking betrayal. You might be able to go all the way back to the beginning with betrayals. I'm sure you can. The betrayal of people who are supposed to be elected to protect us and serve us all the way through. And January 6th was a culmination of that. And now we're seeing the after effects of that with continuous betrayal in the sake of the rich and elite and greedy and the wealthy at the expense of us, the people who built this country, who run this country, who hire them and elect them and pay for them and pay to make this fucking country go. Betrayal. And until that betrayal is recognized and addressed, I think that feeling's always going to sit there. And it should. And I hope it sits there for you too and everyone else. That sense of betrayal. And the necessity that we need to do something about it.